without him either, leading the nation in so many fights. Please help me welcome the Attorney General of the great state of New Jersey, Gurbir Grewal.
Thank you, Governor, and thank you for inviting me today to today's briefing, and thank you for your leadership as we work together to meet these unprecedented challenges. Before I speak about the enforcement actions that we're undertaking at the Department of Law and Public Safety, I too want to take a moment and recognize all the heroes on the front lines of this war, as the Governor so eloquently put it. Our first responders, our nurses, our doctors, and our law enforcement officers. They are putting their health and safety at risk to protect ours. We've got their backs because they have ours. But our officers and our first responders can't do it alone. And it's time for each and every one of us in this state to do our part to help stop the spread of COVID-19 in New Jersey. And for those who refuse to do their part, let me assure you that there will be serious legal consequences. My office is committed to cracking down on those individuals who refuse to comply in three ways. First, we're pursuing violations of the stay-at-home order. Second, we're going after companies and individuals that illegally price gouge. And third, we're stopping those who are using this pandemic as an excuse to justify acts of bias and acts of hate. Let me start with EO 107, the stay-at-home order. During this public health emergency, the governor has extensive authority to take bold action to protect the residents of this state against the spread of COVID-19. And he used that authority in issuing EO 107, which shuts down all non-essential retail businesses and requires everyone to stay at home with limited exceptions. While we shouldn't even be getting to the conversation about applicable penalties, let me be clear that violating these orders is a criminal offense in this state, and there are a range of charges available to us to ensure compliance. They include everything from disorderly persons offenses to second degree, to third degree, and fourth degree indictable charges. Last week, we established a network of prosecutors across this state in each of our counties who stand ready to give law enforcement officers guidance on how to charge violations of the governor's orders. In addition, we hosted a number of conference calls and virtual meetings with our state's police chiefs and other law enforcement leaders, and I thank the governor for joining the call last Friday. The purpose of these calls was to let our chiefs and law enforcement leaders know that the time for warnings is over, and the time to ensure compliance by using all of the tools available to us is here. So if you're a retail store or an entertainment center and you stay open, or if you're a bar and you keep serving patrons in your establishment, consider this as your final warning. Your actions are against the law in New Jersey, and you will be held accountable. The same goes for individuals. If you and your friends decide to throw a party at your home and you invite 20 of your closest friends, stop. Law enforcement officers will have to break that party up, and there will be criminal consequences. It's simple. Shut down your non-essential businesses. Stay at home whenever possible, and let's keep everyone safe. This will not only allow our law enforcement agencies to conserve their resources at this time and to focus on critical public safety issues, but it will also avoid putting additional and unnecessary strains on our criminal justice system, our courts, and our jails. At the same time that we are enforcing the governor's EOs, we're continuing to take action to address price gouging related to COVID-19. We know that this is a concern to many people, and to date, our Division of Consumer Affairs has received over 1,400 COVID-19 related complaints concerning some 900 distinct business locations across New Jersey. And let me tell you that our investigators have been on top of this. They're working with our county partners to complete about 350 inspections to date. And we've issued about 160 cease and desist letters and served nearly 30 subpoenas. The complaints that we received included allegations that retailers are unfairly raising prices on surgical masks, on hand sanitizer, on disinfectant sprays and wipes, food, bottled water, and similar items. The good news is that our investigators are finding that only a small percentage of the retailers we receive complaints about may be raising prices inappropriately. In many cases, the price increase we're seeing is being driven by the manufacturer or the wholesaler, not your neighborhood retailer. That's the good news. But the fact that we're not seeing too many egregious cases right now is only a credit to the warnings that we've issued and the inspections that we've done. And it's a credit to the